Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have a 1v1 on, you guessed it, Semoskiy Winter. Our heroes today are going to be JAHMANsvk, playing for the Soviets, and his opponent is going to be ro128, playing for the Germans. So once again, as you already know, this is from the Sunday Night Fights Season 5 tournament round of 128. Now let's take a look at our players and learn a little bit more about them. In this setup, the highest ranking player is actually ro128, and he also presents us with another peculiar situation, like in previous matchups, and that he is a player that has selected to play in this round his doctrine, or his faction, which is not his highest ranked. The German faction for ro128 is currently ranked in the 300s. But he's actually a top 100 player in the Soviets. He's currently ranked at the moment of casting this 55 for his Soviets. So, yeah, but he did go with the Germans this time, so we shall see. JAHMAN is nowhere near that rank, so it's a little bit of a mismatch here. So, should probably be an easy game for ro128. And as far as the seeding go in the tournament, ro128 is 30 and JAHMAN is 99. So anyways, enough of that. Let's head back into the game and see what's going on. So, build order wise, ro128 did what you would expect a German player to do. Got himself tier 1 and Grenadiers. Second Grenadier already hit in the field. And the first one is heading over to the right hand side to eventually link up with those Pios. Pios ran straight for the fuel. Nobody actually came here to contest it, so they didn't even need to jump into the house. And they captured that fuel. JAHMAN, for his part, doing what you would expect most of his players to do. Conscripts. Getting himself 3 conscripts, and I would assume going into Molotovs, which is the norm, but we shall see if that actually is what happens. And yeah, there go the Molotovs, so yeah. Pretty same old. Well, anyways, capturing-wise, we see a conscript squad over here on the victory point on the right-hand side for JAHMAN. He has another conscript squad in the center, and he has his combat engineers up north. He actually captured the fuel and the strategic point up north, and then retreated. So we can probably expect JAHMAN to build some fast tech, probably tier 1. I don't know. Well, tier 2 is also a possibility, so not necessarily tier 1, but we'll see. Anyways, engagement in the center. We see the conscript running around in the graveyard, getting shot by Pios. Conscript do run right on top of the Pios and will do a lot of damage to them. So the Pios will lose that fight unless they get support. There is a Grenadier squad coming up for support. The Pios are running into the church. Very nice move there by ro128, and he will allow them to stay on the field supporting and being, well, a nuisance for the most part. JAHMAN currently has his conscript on the wrong side of the cover against the Grenadiers, so the Grenadiers are going to do a lot of damage to them. So they decide, you know what, we can actually take the shots from the Pios. Okay, a little bit of mistake. The micro there from JAHMAN. He wanted to put himself in a cover here, but he clicked on the wall and ended up vaulting over it. There he goes. He vaults right back over, gets on top of those conscripts, going to do a lot of damage to them, and put themselves on the right side of the cover. Molotov did go down by the conscripts over here on the north onto the church, forcing those Pios to get away. Pios still being very aggressive, but now down to 2 men, forced to retreat. Gren's coming in for the flank on the north on these conscripts. The conscripts are not in the church. The church is still a little bit on fire, so they are reluctant to do so. And the Grenadiers are putting themselves on the heavy cover on this other side. Grens down south have lost 1 man still in the heavy cover. They are now no longer in cover against these conscripts that are getting shot by the side. So there's an MG42 coming up for support for ro128. Putting a lot of hurt on these conscripts. They do throw a Molotov on the Grens. 1 more guy goes down, but the conscripts are now both squads suppressed. They're going to get pinned down in a matter of seconds. And the Grens up here are moving around, not getting into the fight just yet. So 1 conscript squad. There we go. Both squads get pinned down, forced off of the field, so JAHMAN loses that engagement. Very nice move there by ro128. No additional tech so far. I mean, we are only at the 4-minute mark. But so far, ro128 has gotten himself 4 Grenadiers and an MG42, so a very heavy investment into tier 1. And JAHMAN did in fact go for tier 2 and is going to get himself, or already got himself, a Maxim machine gun, which is getting into the field. 3 conscripts only on the field, however, so right now he is outnumbered by ro128. Down south, conscripts looked like they tried to go for the fuel, but they noticed that there was an MG42 looking at them, so they said, you know what, we're just going to walk over here and get out of your way. Up north, combat engineers capturing that fuel point once again. We see on the left-hand side, Grenadiers being used to capture the munitions point. And center of the map, 2-man Gren capturing the victory point as well. The MG42. No, actually, this is a Gren. Oh, sorry, the MG42 is down here, so I knew that. Gren jumping into the house to get more vision. It will see that Maxim machine gun move in. Maxim machine gun sets up in the ice and will start shooting at those Grens in the house. But it'll take a very long time to dislodge them, so the conscripts do Ura forward and are going to throw a Molotov right on the house. The Grens do jump out way before the Molotov hits, so they are going to put themselves on the heavy cover of that wall and wait for the enemy. The 2-man Gren squad decides to retreat, head back home, get some reinforcements and repairs. Well, not repairs, reinforcements, really. 2 Grens, both in heavy cover against these conscripts. The conscripts are in heavy cover against this Gren for the most part, because it's a little bit sighted, but these ones are able to shoot at them with impunity. While these Grens are not being covered, they jump back into the house, so they'll get some very decent cover there against these 2 Gren squads. Do we see a rifle nade? A rifle nade here would be amazing, but I'm not sure if Ras is setting that up. Molotov does go into the house. The Grens do end up having to evacuate. They take some shots from the Maxim machine gun and end up retreating, crossing the street at 2 men. This 1 Gren over here is taking some shots at these conscripts, but now we have 3 conscript squads right in there. Oh my god, throw a rifle nade. Oh, rifle nade gets set up. Molotov lands. Oh, actually didn't do a lot. Did a lot of damage to the squads themselves, but only killed 2 of them. I wanted to see insta-give on all the squads right there. Well, anyways, Molotov did go down on the Grens, getting pinned down by the Maxim, and they're forced off by 3 conscript squads. So right now, JAHMAN focusing all his efforts in the center, the entirety of the map, as well, with the exception of these combat engineers up north, is pretty much up for us to cap. We now see a doctrine going down for JAHMAN, and that is the Soviet Combined Arms Army. Not a very, well, yeah, I'll say not a very popular. Oh, look at that half-track! Instantly killing 7 conscripts as soon as it hits the field, burning them all alive, forcing away 2 of the squads. The other one, or Maxim machine gun, actually jumps into the house. JAHMAN got himself 2 Maxim machine guns, but the half-track was going to go to town. And look at those conscripts burning in the ground instantly. Wow, that was incredible damage. Very tough for JAHMAN there. Thankfully, though, he did get himself a guard's rifle, which will help him combat this half-track, but for the meantime, he is going to lose his Maxim machine gun, and he is retreating with the other one. The 1 man left on that Maxim machine gun is screaming, cowering for his life, but yeah, he still gets burned alive anyways. Church does end up catching on fire, so it is going to explode, because as we all know, churches are a very popular place to store explosives. So, you know, some controlled explosive will eventually collapse this church. So, well, yeah, obviously Tier 2 went down for Ras, and he got himself that quick half-track, so it was a relatively heavier investment into the Tier 2, but, I mean, into Tier 1. Actually, no, never mind. That was a very lax Tier 1, standard 4 units, because this isn't an MG42, this is a Maxim machine gun that he just took. And the guard's rifle get pinned down by the Maxim machine gun, so now they're in a very tough spot. The Grens are back here with an LMG for support. The Maxim machine gun even reloads and starts shooting up again. And we have the conscripts pushing onto the field, not even fully reinforced. JAHMAN not waiting for the manpower to be able to reinforcement. And the church continues to explode, filled with holy fire, and it should collapse in 1 more explosion. No, actually, I was wrong. 2 more explosions. There we go. Come on. Collapse. No? Okay. Well, never mind. I apparently cannot predict. Look at that. It's still not collapsing. Oh.
Territory is falling into enemy hands.
And no, never mind. Why am I saying there was an MG42? I'm mistaken. The MG42 is down here. I think it got cleared out over here, but got recruited by that grenadier. That's why I was a little confused. But yeah, I mean, Raz really only got himself 5 units from his Tier 1, and then straight into the half-track. After that, we also see a German mortar hitting the field. Very nice. It's another Tier 1 unit, so even heavier investment in Tier 1. But with the mortar, with the half-track on the field, having cleared out 1 Maxim machine gun, and doing a lot of damage to the conscripts, I think he even cleared off 1 of the conscript squads. Ras is pretty confident that he's in a very dominant position, so he's going to clear off another conscript squad, even though that conscript himself is impervious to fire, apparently. Oh, there he goes, finally catching fire. And the Maxim machine gun is now in the house. So JAHMAN in a very difficult situation now, getting battered all over the place. He did build himself an AT gun from his Tier 2, trying to catch that half-track, but the half-track is a little bit shot-blocked. Although, no, the AT gun does have a line of sight, but the Maxim machine gun does end up having to pop out of the house. A nice shot goes in. That's actually hit the half-track. Brings it down to about 75% health, maybe? 80% probably. And the church finally collapses. But unfortunately, JAHMAN will now give away that he has the AT gun, and it didn't manage to actually kill the half-track. Mortar pushing up, going to start bombarding that AT gun probably, and the Maxim machine gun still trying as much as it can. It is going up against the MG42. The MG42 now actually pinned down by the Maxim machine gun, will lose the fight, needs to pack up and retreat. AT gun also supporting there with some shots, but the MG42 makes it out alive. And the mortar is trying to nail that Maxim machine gun, but not being very successful at it. Combat engineers up north moving around. They are going to run into a grenadier squad with LMGs, so they'll probably die very quickly. And the remaining guards rifle and the conscript squad coming up behind it is the only thing that JAHMAN has left on the field to support with. Maxim machine gun getting burned alive by that half-track, down to one man, not retreating, staying on the field, no retreat, no surrender. Conscripts URA forward. Oh, very nasty shot there by the mortar, takes out the Maxim squad and clears out two of the guards rifle. No 18-8s currently on the for the conscripts, so these guys URA forward, just pretending that they're going to do something, but they don't really have much to do. Nasty rifle nade going down on the guards rifle, clears them out down to one man and currently suppressed by the Maxim machine gun that, you know, got taken back here. And the AT gun is now in a bad spot, getting caught out forward, has to back off, and the half-track is about to clear out that conscript squad. The one-man guard rifle remains on the field for some reason, which is not ideal. And, yeah. Ras in a very, very, very dominant position. Not exactly sure what JAHMAN can do with this situation. I don't think he can do anything. So, mortar taking some shots. JAHMAN deciding to park all his units on the ice. Artillery barrage going down onto the victory point, trying to stop the cap. But the grenadiers are nowhere near those shots. They just simply abandon the point and will let it continue. The mortar sets up. No, actually it's not even set up. It moves up and it's going to set up and probably start bombarding there. And the conscripts and guard rifle continue to push forward, down at very low health. One conscript falls. Both the conscripts and the guard rifle fall because, well, what did you expect? Maxim machine gun sets up and starts shooting at the guys in the ice. And that is it. So a very easy victory there for us, managing to overcome his opponent. And yeah. So a short and sweet match. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.